We're now joined by EIU senior running back Taylor Duncan. And Taylor, you're one of these local kids that's on the team, you and Adam Drake. I guess, first of all, what does it mean to have the ability to have played your college career close to home where mom and dad and friends and family really can come to about every game?
It means a lot, because you got these kids that are from Florida, California, Texas, they're all over the place, and their parents maybe get to come to 1 or 2 games. Just having family, friends, be able to come to almost every home game, it's a real great feeling. It's almost like high school all over again.
Now, one of the conversations we've had about you, I don't know if we've ever had it with you, is how you made the position change a couple years ago, and that's really kind of helped your career flourish. Most people aren't going to remember that you and Jimmy Garoppolo came in the same class as quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He's kind of gone on to the Patriots, and you've had a really good career here as well.
Yeah.
I guess explain how the conversation happens that you were going to move to running back. I'm assuming that happened when Coach Babers and his staff kind of came in.
Yeah. One day, Coach just kind of brought me in his office. It was about 2 springs ago, and as when we kind of determined that, or the coaches determined that Jimmy was going to be the starter, and they just said we want our best players on the field, our best athletes, and just basically gave me a choice of any position on offense, receiver, tight end, running back, and I was always able to run in high school as a quarterback, so I told him I'd give it a shot, and kind of worked out.
Now, you see this offense you guys are running this year with Jalen Whitlow. He throws the ball, he runs the ball. You kind of ever chomp at the bit? I mean, did you, when this new offense came in and the new coaching staff in the spring, did you ever volunteer and say, hey, I can do this, or were you content on, I'm going to finish my career as a running back?
I they knew that I had played quarterback in the past, and so maybe that could have factored in, like maybe to, certain special trick plays and whatnot. But I wouldn't say content at running back. I wanted to play running back, and that's where I think I'm going to finish my career at Eastern. It's worked out pretty well for me.
Now, you guys are coming off a homecoming win here. You got a couple homecoming wins in a row under your career. I guess that game has got to be one of the more special games when you play out here, because it's an opportunity where I know the former players in particular come back and you get to see some guys you've played with and even some older guys, and it's nice to want to win for those guys, I guess.
Yeah, being a senior, you've been around, I'm a 5th-year senior, so you get so many guys that come through this program, and just to see those guys come back and support you, and the whole town of Charleston really gets behind it for homecoming week. You get the parade and everything, stuff of that nature, so it's a real cool deal they got here.
Now, you're one of the senior leaders on this team. I think there's going to be about 15 or 20 of you guys, still a couple more weeks. The season didn't start off the way you wanted it to. You kind of lost some games that you were in that maybe on paper you thought you should have won. I guess, explain the mentality in the locker room there as a senior that's been through this, and really how you guys have kept focused and remained in the OVC race.
Well, like you said, us seniors, we've been through a lot. Our first 2 years here, if you're a 5th-year senior, we went 2 and 9 back-to-back years. So we've experienced our highs, experienced our lows here at Eastern. I think that really helped out a lot, just kind of telling these younger guys, hey, it's not all sunshine and roses. Some of these younger guys only experience winning, back-to-back conference championships the past 2 years. And, you just got to keep fighting, keep working hard, and at the end of the day, hopefully we'll be on top again.
Now, in a couple weeks, when your career is over, you're going to look back. Your name is going to be in a couple of the top 10, top 15 career record books for career rushing yards, for career rushing touchdowns. Are those things that, I know winning is the most important thing, but are those things that will sink in at the end of the season, or do you think it's going to be a few years down the road that you'll look back and say, hey, my name's still there with some of the all-time greats?
You don't really think about that now during the season. All you're thinking about is getting that 3-peat at the OVC and making a run in the playoffs. But, like you said, maybe a few years down the road, it would be nice to look back, come back on a homecoming game, such as this one, and just to be able to say, hey, I was up there with some of the best of them. So it would be a cool deal to come back and just look back on.
Now, your mom and dad are very avid supporters. They come to every game. They go to about every road game. I've seen them on almost every practice. I don't want to call them out on some of those things. Senior day is going to be a few weeks away. Is that going to be more emotional on mom and dad or more emotional on you think?
I think definitely mom and dad, mom in particular. I've been playing sports all my life, and like you said, they've been very active in my, sports and pretty much come to every single game, me and my brothers, and so to see that kind of come to an end, it's going to be rough on them. And me too. I've had a great run here at Eastern. It's been fun, but it's been a good one.